So as promised, I really wanted to go into the more detailed process and really talk about the recommendation letter and how one should think about it. And I'm hoping that you will also be able to convey this to your teachers or your recommenders. So just to pick our brains about the recommendation letter, it should contribute to a more holistic review process, meaning that, again, as I said, and I know I will sound like a broken record, but we really want to see some new information. So something that's not already written in your application, but something that is extra or even gives some context to the information that's already been provided in your extracurriculars, your academic results, your competition results, or anything beyond that that adds some extra information for us to really see the whole picture about you and place you in context within your immediate surroundings at your school. It should also serve to view the students from the perspective of those who know them well and interact with them regularly. So sometimes we get this question whether they should have their letters of recommendation from maybe a really high profile person, like even the principal, even if they haven't really known them that well in person for the past few years. I would say that we are not really encouraging students to do that. We are just encouraging the opposite. So it should rather be a teacher of any subject than the principal, as long as they can provide some qualitative and meaningful information about you as a person. And we will talk about that in more detail soon. The next point is it should play an important role in highlighting qualitative intellectual performance, social abilities, and their personal characteristics. So again, it should add some more information to how we view the student's personality, because in the academics part, in the transcripts, we can see their academic abilities, but we would also like to see as much as possible about this person within the limits of the application material, and both the personal statement and the letter of recommendation serve this very purpose. It should provide context or background information not evident in other parts of the application, so I sort of covered this already. And it may give unique insight into specific moments, actions, or habits that make a student stand out. So I think this is really the part where a recommendation letter can really stand out, where the teacher or counselor who's writing you the recommendation letter is able to capture specific moments or stories or highlights from your academic career or even your personal life or academics if they know about, or extracurriculars if they know about that. So these specific stories or anecdotes are going to be the ones that make letter of recommendation stand out in the applicant pool. But again, we will cover more details about this too. So here I really wanted to give you a more concise list of all the information that your teachers or counselors should strive to include in the letter of recommendation. So the first item would be the achievements and leadership qualities or leadership roles that they have observed in you as an applicant. But this is just the basis of where we start in the letter of recommendation. It should also talk about academics, like give us some specific insights and context about the information that's already been provided in your transcripts, your grades, your results, test results, and so on. And it should also include some comparisons, if possible, like when compared to your entire class, like the 11th or the entire senior class that's currently graduating, where can they place you in that context academically and also in the extracurricular and leadership capacity. Again, the next item is examples. So I think the more examples the recommender can provide, the better, because that's really the qualitative information that we are looking for. Stories and maybe even input from other teachers. So if your recommender has time and the capacity, they might as well go ahead and talk to other teachers who know you really well and could potentially weigh in with some additional insights or stories about you from their specific subjects. Progression and growth. So just like with the transcripts, here in the recommendation letter, we would also like to see your overall trajectory, not just academically, but also your personality, your development story. This is also what we want to see in the personal statement and also in the recommendation letter, like where you started when you entered high school and where you ended up at the end of your career, how you were making use of um, all the facilities provided to you and all the means provided to you at your high school. And finally, it should provide explanations of challenges if you have faced some of these. So in case you have some specific challenges, both personally, in your personal life or academically or in some other sense, it might not hurt if the teacher can also comment on that, of course, within reasonable limits.